Hello, lovelies. How you all doing this morning or afternoon or evening, depending on your time frame? I hope you are holding up there. How is your family, your business, your handiwork, whatever it is that put food on your table? I hope you are guarding it jealously. Welcome to my tutorial for today. For today's episode, we are going to be making something very easy but classy, I must add. We're going to be making this flamboyant boo dress. Okay? If you are joining us for the first time, you are highly welcome. Your presence is highly appreciated. Do well to please subscribe before leaving, okay? And also please help us share our videos and like and also comment. Also feel free to leave your request in the comment section or through my WhatsApp number. Once I get it, I will try my best to see if I can do justice to that. Okay, to my existing subscribers, thank you very much. I don't take you guys for granted. Like I will always say, I appreciate all of you. Okay, so quickly for today's tutorial, we're going to be needing these three fabrics. Sorry, I have to adjust my camera a little bit. Okay, I think this is better. So we are going to be needing these three fabrics for it. The black is 2 yards. This also is 2 yards. This is about, call it half yards. It's just for the design, but I think this will be enough. Okay. Now for someone who is of my length, you will be needing 4 yards. That is the 2 yards and 2 yards. But if you are not as tall as I am, well, 3.5 should be able to do it for you. And then for the width, it depends on how wide you want it or how slim or narrow you want it. Okay, the black is going to be the upper part, this one will be the lower part, then this is for the facing around the neck area. Okay, all right, so basically the normal way we do it, I will fold into 4. Yeah, okay, so I've neatly arranged it into 4. Okay, I've removed the parts I don't want. All right, now I folded into 4. Let me just measure it for more clarity. I have 22 inches here. That's when I folded into 4. So when you open it up, it is 44. I hope it's clear. Okay, and then for the length, because my table is not wide, that's why I did this, but I'm explaining it. The length is 30 inches. I hope you get. All right, so all I will do now will be first to place my shoulder measurement. Like I said, this is the upper part. We're using black as the upper part. This is 3 inches for shoulder slope. My shoulder is 8 inches. Okay, so I'll connect here at my accurate shoulder. I'll come down like this by 1 inch. Okay, and then towards the end, the sleeve, if you might add, towards the end here, I'll come down by 2 inches. Okay, so I will connect these two to this one and then to this 3 inches here. You find a way to make it happen. Okay, hope you see it. All right, next thing will be to now measure the volume of the neck and then neck width as well. For the back, I think I'll use 2 inches for the back. Then for the front, it's going to be a V-neck. I'll use 8 inches. Let me check. No, 8 inches is too small. I'll use 9 inches. This is subject to adjustment. When I cut it and place over my chest, if I don't like the volume, I can still deepen it. Then for the neck width, I'm gonna use 3.75. Yes, for the neck width. Okay. Sorry for the misty nature of my video. The weather is not too good over here. Okay, I hope you get this part. So I'm going to remove the back, the front, and then the shoulder slope. For every other part of it, I'm leaving it the way it is. So this is what I mean. I'll remove the back, and then I'll remove this one as well. I forgot the armhole, the opening where the arm is going to pass through. That is towards this end. It has to be wide enough. I'm using 13 inches. 13 inches. Okay. So there I'll just come in by 1.5 inches. Okay. Now I want to make use of the whole of this width. So I'll just do it this way. I hope you see what I did. I want to make use of the whole of this. If there's any way I can avoid this, I would have done it. But this is what I want to do. Okay? I hope you see it. Because I want it really, really wide. Okay, so I will cut this part off. The space I left here is just for the folding. Okay, if you're not putting lining, that's why I left this. I did this 1 inch for the folding. Okay. If you don't want this, please, you can actually just fold here and then start joining. Do you get? You can fold this place and then join like this. But if you do it, you will still come back to this. That's why I did this 1 inch. If you do this, if you choose not to cut this and then you fold, you will still get back to this point where you have to trim out some parts. So why avoid it? Okay, now this is what we have. So I'll split it open now and I'll separate it. That's what I mean, and then cut the front neck volume. Okay, so this is how the neck volume is at the front. You see it? So I think I'll still have to deepen it a little bit because I want it a little bit lower. Okay. So next will be to cut this one, the lower part. My full length is 62. We now have 29.5 here. Okay, my full length is 62, so I'm going to cut the remaining part of the length using this one. That is the lower part. Okay, but this time is going to be wider than this because I'll place just very few gathers at the lower part. Okay, it's not going to be straight like this one. I hope it's clear. So it's going to be wider than 44 if I remember clearly. Yeah, I hope you get this part. Okay, sorry I didn't show you this part. It's just to cut it, and since my working table is small, I had to arrange it first. Okay, now remember the width of this one is 44 when you open it up. When unfold is 22. So, and I said I'm going to cut more than 22 for this because of the gathers I intend to put. Okay, so this is 22 here, just very small gathers, it's not much. So this is 22 here, and I have extra 8 inches. I hope you get. Okay, So what I have here is 30 instead of 22. So when I open it, it's 60. Okay, and then I've gotten the length, but I needed to show us something. At the lower part of the length, at the side of the length, I have to go up because this is not an Ankara fabric. I don't want it to pencil towards this side downwards, towards the two sides downwards, if you understand what I mean. Like if I don't reduce the side of this one, when you wear it, you discover that the lower part is pointing downwards. The two sides to the lower part will now be pointing downwards. So, but if you remove this, okay, when the shoulder slopes, it gives you the same length as well. So I'll be removing about 4 inches. 4 inches. For this center, it will remain as it is. So I will just carefully draw my line from here to meet the center. It has to just be curvy just at this point. This is what I mean. I hope you can see the marking. Okay, so it continues this way. This is the length. I hope you see the inner one. That's the one I'm working with. Okay, I'm cutting this one off. I hope you understand it. Okay, so we are now done with the upper and the lower part. Let's go to the facing. So here now I'll add 1 inch to my accurate shoulder measurement. That will be the width of the facing. My shoulder is 8, that's 16. Let me see. So I will use 18, that is 9. I added 1. Okay. I marked 9.5. That extra is for the sewing allowance. I hope you can see it better now. Okay, now for the length of the facing, I'll use 18 inches. I'll add 1 inch for sewing allowance. That is, I'm now marking 19. And then at this side, at the shoulder side, because I'll be sorry about that, because I'll be covering this part, because I'll be covering it, I'll have to measure this side also. That is the shoulder side. At this center front is 19. Here I think I'll use 13 inches. Okay, so I will just find a way to connect this one to here, not with a straight line. If not, you won't have this, but with a curved line. Okay, sorry about the noise. Mama, please, thank you. Sorry, I added 1 more inch to my shoulder because I checked and it didn't come out the way, didn't come down the way I wanted. So I added 1 more inch. Okay. All right. So the next will be now to cut it first of all. Sorry about the noise, please. So on this other side, one of the two sides, depending on what you want to put your own, how you want to be creative about it, I also did something. Okay, so I'm going to remove this part now, not on the two sides, just on one side. Okay, all right, so we actually done for this one. So when you open it, you have something like this. Okay, all right. So I'm going to use this width to cut for the back. You can leave your back black, but I want to still put the facing at the back also. Okay. I'm leaving 1/4 of an inch at the neckline before cutting. Like I said, I'm going to use this width because it has to be uniformed. Okay. All right. So this is what we have for the back. Okay, so I'm now going to cut the lining for this and this. That's the only place we'll be needing the lining. Just at the facing, the other ones I'm not going to be putting lining. For the lining, I will sew here. When I cut the lining, I will start from here, work this way, this way, this way. Okay, then I will turn it before closing here on the shoulder. Then for the front, just like the back, I will work like this way, this way. Okay, then I will turn it before stitching the shoulder, the neckline, and then across the other shoulder. So I've done the lining of the facing. Next will be to now attach it to the upper part of our dress. Normally this is how it's supposed to sit. Okay, so all I will do will be to lift the back so you don't get confused. Most times I do it and I end up making a mistake. This is the right side of the back. Just lift it, place it this way. Sew the neckline first. Okay, you sew the neckline first, then you notch it at this V point, and then you turn it over like this, and then top stitch to give you something like this. This is the back. Okay, so this is what I mean. We'll just notch this V part and then turn it this way and top stitch. Okay, all right, so this is what we have. Next will be to now pick one of these two and then attach it at the lower part. Don't forget that I'll first of all give it a very scanty gathers, very scanty. Remember, this is 44 and this is 60, so you should know with the measurement that the gathers will not be much. I'll do that for the front and the back, and then I think I'll do it all once, then go to the machine and conclude it. Then I'll fold this sleeve area. If you like, you can fold before joining at the shoulder. If you like, you join before folding. Okay, I hope you see from this from what I've explained so far, the only measurement we worked with is the shoulder. That's all. And then the length. Every other thing is just bogus. You can just do it randomly. You don't need much of a accurate body measurement to do this. Once you get the length, that is all. So either you join at the shoulder before you fold this sleeve side, or you fold here and then join at the shoulder, whichever works for you. So when we do that, I will now close it here down and then fold the hemline, and that will be all. Well, that's great, everyone. So this is the end of the tutorial, and here is our dress looking so fabulously flamboyant like I described it. Okay, yours can be wider than this or slimmer than this. Okay, please, if you are new, feel free to subscribe before leaving. I really appreciate that. Also help us to share our videos. I really love you people so much. Thank you for being on my channel. Thank you for giving me a reason to come back and a reason to keep trying harder. Till we get to meet in my next tutorial, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Take very good care of yourself and bye.